laugh. That never stops. A shadow. That hunts your fear. It started one night. I was alone in my apartment, scrolling through my phone when I first heard it. A soft, low laugh. Not the kind you hear in a movie. Real, human-like. And coming from somewhere inside my own apartment. At first, I thought it was a prank. Maybe a neighbor or someone messing with the building's old wiring. But when I called out, nothing, just silence. And the laughter, it kept coming. Section 1. Introduction of the protagonist. My name's Ethan. I moved to this city for work, leaving behind the small town I grew up in. My apartment building is old, the kind with creaking floors, narrow hallways, and windows that never fully close, perfect for horror stories. But nothing I'd read online prepared me for this. First night, I ignored it. The second night, the laughter got louder. It sounded closer. I would be sitting on my couch, watching TV, and suddenly, ha ha ha. I began leaving lights on. I locked every door. I even installed a cheap motion sensor camera in the hallway. I thought maybe recording it would prove it was just some human fooling with me. But the camera footage... oh, nothing. No one there. And then, the shadows started moving on their own. Section 2. The First Encounter. It was a Thursday night. I'd just gotten home from work. Rain tapped against my window, and the hallway smelled like wet concrete and mold. I turned the corner toward my apartment door, keys in hand, when I saw it. A shadow. Not cast by anything in the room. It moved on its own. Wow. I heard it, that laugh. Who's there? I shouted, my voice shaking. Silence. Then, a whisper. You see me now. I slammed the door behind me and leaned against it. My heart was hammering. I didn't sleep that night. Every sound in the apartment became louder. The hum of the fridge, the dripping faucet, the scuff of my own shoes. I started noticing things missing. A book I left on the table, a jacket, small, personal items. Not stolen, they were just gone. Section 3. Investigating the building. The next day, I asked my neighbors. No one had ever mentioned anything strange, except one old man, Mr. Hayes, who lived 2 floors above me. He looked me over, eyes narrowing. You shouldn't be here after dark, he said. His voice trembled. It's not just the building. It follows people. What do you mean? I asked. He shook his head. Some shadows, they laugh. They feed on fear. Oh, and once they notice you, they don't stop. I laughed nervously. Okay, spooky story. Very funny. He didn't smile. I don't joke about shadows, son. That night, I decided I had to see it up close. I stayed in the dark, watching the hallway. The shadow appeared again. It slithered across the wall like liquid darkness, and then it stopped, stared at me, and laughed. Section 4. The Deepening Terror. Over the next week, it got worse. The shadow would follow me into rooms, even when I tried to block its path. Mirrors became terrifying. My reflection would sometimes move a second after I did, always smiling, laughing. I couldn't sleep. I started drinking coffee at 3 a.m. just to stay awake, hoping that if I didn't close my eyes, it wouldn't come. Then, I realized something. The laughter wasn't just a sound, it was a memory. Every laugh felt personal, like it knew the worst things I'd done, the things I hid from everyone. One night, it whispered my secrets, my deepest shame. I froze. My own shadow across the floor stretched, twisted, and laughed. I started talking to it. "What do you want from me?" I begged. "You know," it whispered, "fear. I want your fear." Section 5. Attempting to fight back. I tried logic. I tried fire. I tried leaving the apartment for hours. Nothing worked. It waited, always waited. Then I remembered something Mr. Hayes said. Shadows only exist where they are invited. I sapped salt around my apartment, candles, even tried speaking prayers aloud. The shadow laughed, always louder, always closer. I realized it wasn't going to leave. It wasn't a prank or a ghost or something I could just run from. It lived inside my fear, and it wanted more. Section 6. The terrifying climax. It was the night I almost lost my mind. The shadow lunged from the corner of my living room. I could hear it whispering in my ear, "You belong to me now." I grabbed a knife. I swung it at the darkness. My apartment felt like it expanded, walls bending around me. I couldn't tell what was real. And then, a voice, my own voice, but twisted, echoing. "You can't escape yourself." The shadow. It wasn't just darkness. It was me, my guilt, my fears, every secret, every shame, every lie I ever told, condensed into something that laughed and hungered. I ran out into the hallway, but every hallway in the building looked the same. I ran for hours, days, I don't know. Time stopped, ending when I finally collapsed, gasping. The shadow approached, close enough to touch. Its laughter softened, almost gentle. "You can't hide from yourself," it whispered. And then, in the silence, I realized I wasn't alive anymore. I was part of it, the next person to move into the building. They'd hear the laughter too, and if they listened closely, they'd hear my voice, twisted, merging with the shadow. Ha ha ha. The end.